me, keep a 20 on me, case emergency. Ain't no cap in my rap. Really, I know it's the trap. More profit mean extra. Emerald white off full of pressure. That cereal milk smoking right. But that Obama rant some special. Kansas City, I'm a chief. Shout out to K5 on Ewing. Country thinking I was hustling. I always had it on me. Booming like OJ the juice. Till a nigga told on me. From now on, it's relentless. Ain't no love, we ain't friendly. If she want me on him. No the law, she get the business. No the law, still the motto. Empire.
All right, hello. Welcome in. This is the Birds of a Feather podcast with your boy Q City.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
And this is the Hawks Pod, episode 52. The Patrick Ewing effect, right? So if you've been following the Hawks, you understand what I'm talking about. For those who don't understand what I'm talking about, ain't super deep into the basketball lore, the New York Knicks had a star, Patrick Ewing. Most of y'all know him, the 33 with the knee braces and all that good jazz, right? He had one stretch of time where he got hurt and went out, and the team seemed to do better without their star, right? And anytime a star player gets hurt and then the team goes on like a little run, a little winning streak, one of the questions is like, oh, should we move on from the star? Does the team play better with the star? Do role players look to step into this role, right? One of the biggest examples of this is Lynn Sanity, right? The main reason that happened is because Carmelo got hurt. And then Lynn couldn't play with Carmelo. And surprisingly, Lynn couldn't play with a lot of stars because his game was predicated on him being an immediate ball handler and all the time scorer, and his offense wasn't good enough to do that. But we've seen some interesting stuff this past week with Trey being out. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, my man. First things first. Win versus Orlando, right? Well, no. Scratch that. First things first. Trey is out. And
I'm kind of ashamed to say that, like, I didn't realize he was out at first. Because, I was making my little rounds on Twitter, and then, because I don't watch all of the games like you do. So I was making my rounds on Twitter, and I seen Hawks on a 2-game win streak since Trae Young got hurt. I'm like, what the hell? No, I seen a picture of him getting out of surgery, talking about my first surgery, and then I seen that after. And I was like, what the hell he getting surgery on? What the hell did I miss? I didn't even know he was hurt. It's like no one really talked about it.
So the crazy part about it is, bro, like coming off an All-Star break, Trey had, they played in Toronto. He had that little moment where he fell down. He played the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? He played the rest of the game, and he was decently effective for a good portion of that game. Turns out, tore a whole ligament in his hand, testament to his toughness, right? And now he gotta get his whole hand fixed, bro. And they talk about 4 to 6 weeks, and currently right now we sit in 26 and 33. 4 weeks from now puts us, what is that? March, puts us at the beginning of April, and we have 4, 8, 12, 16 games. If we don't go 9 and 7 during that stretch, and at least be 35 and 40, what is Trey coming back for? Right, like, because I mean, if you're 35 and 40, maybe you can see if you can make a late push or something like that. But I think the games are important. Don't get me wrong. I think the games are important, but we're going to kind of do city talk first and just get the elephant in the room out of the way before we really get into the games. Is like, has Trey played his last game as a Hawk? And I think that is like the 1,000% question that most people are talking about right now, is that Trae Young, who has been a beacon, he's been Ice Trey, you know what I'm saying, real popular with a lot of Atlanta celebrities, the Migos, rest in peace, Tate. Um, he's at a point in his career now where people are starting to clamor for him to, join a super team. He's that star that's underrated. He's that person that's not getting shown the love, respect, attention, etc. And what's always been one of my most frustrating elements of the league is that some of the smaller market teams are treated like a farm system. But like how everything is lining up, Trey may not play this season again. And, I think this offseason is a very interesting offseason.
Yeah, it is. It really is a very interesting offseason because you got a lot of choices to make. Yeah, I fully believe that this roster, as it's currently constructed, will not be the same next year, whether Trey's here
Which,
or not.
that's the thing. I think that what pieces do you move, right? What pieces do you move to get him the help that you think he needs at this point in time, right? Because as of right now, he's got a player option in 26, 27. But like dedicated, he's got 2 years left on his contract, right? If there's an offseason to move him and still get assets for him, it would be this offseason if you just want to be completely real and true about it. Because if you wait to next year, like no one's trading you for 1 year on his contract.
I mean, they're gonna do it and try to better themselves, but the return won't be as massive as it could be this year.
Exactly. Right. And we could have a bunch of offseason fodder for what he trades for, but I'm gonna go on record and say it, bro. I don't I don't want them to trade Trey. I was there the night he got
You want to
drafted.
see the trade stars.
Exactly. Exactly. I was
Unfortunately, with most Atlanta sports, it's they don't really stay here long. I mean, we got a few icons, and I know people want Trey to be their next icon, but they
but
don't
I
appreciate.
think yeah, that's the thing. I think in Atlanta, Trey is very appreciated. I don't think anybody who is even a semi basketball fan puts the failures of the Hawks on Trey's shoulders or at his feet. Because if
I think more
anything,
than
I
one
think
thing.
most okay, I maybe what I'm saying if you want to put the coach killer label on him, but like, bro, Lloyd Pierce, like we talked about, Lloyd Pierce was hired to lose. Like, I know people don't want to hear that. That happens in the league all the time, bro. It happens in the league all the time. Lloyd Pierce was hired to lose. When they were ready to start winning, like they're not going to keep the 76ers with damn, what was their white coach's name? Was it Bruce Brown? Was it
I think so.
yeah,
Not
you know what I'm saying?
maybe not Bruce Brown, but it was something Brown. I can't remember. I know it was
Yeah,
Brown something.
y'all know who I'm talking about, right? He was there through the process. He was there in the mud, bro. He got to the second round of playoffs that 1 year with Ben and Joel.
One more.
Yeah. And they got rid of him. And I mean, that's because he was hired to lose. He was hired to see them through the losing.
Has to be one of the most unstable jobs like ever. 'Cause, like even when you're good at it, you still not safe.
Here's the crazy part, bro. That job what didn't used to be like that. That job didn't
Like
used to be like that.
because
Like if
it's
you
like
look at go
I
ahead.
was gonna say like even when you look at like Doc Rivers, right? When he accepted the job, he said, "I don't know why you're doing this, but I mean, hey, I'm not gonna turn down no money. So yeah, where do I sign?" But he
Excuses.
didn't even understand.
Is
He
he
didn't even
he
understand why they
pre
fired the
making
coach.
excuses, bro.
No, he's not making excuses. He's just saying he don't understand why they fired the coach because he was doing a good job with the Bucks. And like it didn't make sense for them to fire him. Because he was just like, I don't understand why y'all fired him, but hey, I'll take the job. Hell yeah.
Well, apparently coming out of the bus, it was that the players turned on him and basically just like weren't running the sets and plays he called because they didn't respect his basketball mind, right? Dame didn't feel like Dame is like also. I know I got squirrel brain, but shout out Dame, bro. Like he gave a quote to the media, bro, about like how life is in Milwaukee for him
Oh,
right
how
now,
lonely
bro.
it is.
Yeah, bro. So like if you think about it, bro, I ain't got my family, I ain't got my kids, I ain't got my homies, I ain't got nobody. I'm here strictly to win. And I feel like my boss is incompetent, bro. I can't deal with that. I cannot deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you forsake your whole life to come to a place to get a goal. I need everybody in the ship pulling in the same direction. And I need everybody to be competent at pulling. You know what I'm saying? So like if I don't feel the coach is the coach, like bro, you gotta go. And I ain't saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm just saying like them's the facts. You know what I'm saying? So like that was a lot that had to do with there. Or that those are the reports coming out. For me, if that was the case, I don't understand why you got Doc. Because Doc has consistently underachieved with great talent, like over and over again, bro. Over and over again. You give him great talent, he gonna
Man,
underachieve for
look,
you, bro.
this might be a hot take, but Doc Rivers is why the resume system is flawed.
Hey, look. Hey, look. It's a lot of y'all. They
Just
talking
because
about
your
the
resume
job
don't look
market.
good, don't mean you the best for the job.
Hey,
Case.
look. A lot of y'all sitting on LinkedIn right now. You know what I'm saying? Got the pod playing in the
Resume,
background.
resume fire, but you
Just
trash.
nasty. Nasty. Couldn't play dead in the Western, bro. Like can't do the job to save your life. To say, hey, bro.
Couldn't play that in the Western though.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Couldn't hit water off the side of if they fell off the side of a boat. I'm telling you, bud, like can't do nothing. Can't do nothing. Can't type the name on the keyboard, bro. They had Chat GPT write up their resume, duh. Like it just
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna
It
lie,
looked
the
good.
job market, yeah, it looked good. It looked good. But when you delve deeper into it, bro, that's the interview process. You delve into Doc, bro. This man has consistently underachieved with massive talent. With
Yeah,
massive talent. T Mac.
all
Now
that shit is
I
championship
ain't
on your
gonna
resume.
put, yeah, I ain't gonna put Grant Hill on you. Because Grant Hill got hurt. But you had T Mac, you had a decent team in Orlando, couldn't get out the first round. You fell backwards into Boston. Like you made two finals appearances, four Eastern Conference championships. I ain't gonna take that away from you. I ain't gonna take that away because people be like,
You know
oh,
what?
Boston made one champion. Boston has one championship. You gotta look in totality. They had a 4-year run where they made four Eastern Conference championships, two finals, and one championship. That's a good ass stretch of basketball. Then you went to the Clippers and consistently got your ass bounced in the second round. Couple times lost in the first.
You know what?
Then went to Philly, messed up some more, and somehow got promoted to the Bucks job. It's wild
You know
behavior,
what?
my man.
But Doc Rivers, he deserves a lot of credit. Um, you know, it's March 1st, but I want to consummate Black History Month by acknowledging Doc Rivers as one of the first black men in professional to consistently fail upwards.
Every time, every time, bro.
Like I don't get it. You know,
When I
because
look,
typically in our culture, that doesn't happen like that.
hey,
They
look,
use any reason to get you up out of there. He continues to fail up.
in 3 years, when the like in 2 years the Bucks gonna get rid of him. In 3 years, he gonna be in the league office, bro. He gonna be in the league office. I don't know how. I don't know how, but he gonna be in the league office, bro. Cause it's no way. There's no way. This man continually just raspy voice and all manages to get wherever he wants to go upwards, bro.
And
It's just
I
about who
get
you
it.
know. It's about who you know, man.
Great relationships, relationships, everything.
Yeah, like I can't take away that good stretch of basketball that you had with the Celtics. I think
Oh
people
yeah, definitely.
downgraded a little bit. myself
Even though that
included.
team was stacked.
Yeah, the team was stacked.
Paul Pierce, Kevin
I,
Garnett, Ray Allen, Rondo. Before we like that team was nice.
Bass, they had Bass, they had Perk, they had fucking Tony Allen
Don't
at
say
one point. Like,
don't say that per too long. No.
don't put respect on Big Perk name, bro. Hold on, like don't.
You know,
He got terrible takes.
my bad, Perk. I don't want you to make a take on our podcast, so my bad.
Hey, look, no, he got some wild takes, but like on the court for his era, man did what he was supposed to do, bro. Like I can't,
He was a great paperweight.
I can't with you, bro. Nah, like look, offensively, defensively, he fit that team. He did what he's supposed to do. Think about it. You with somebody like Paul Pierce. Set screens, bro. You got somebody like Ray Allen, flare screens. You need to guard them on the defensive end so they're not wasting too much energy. You that big body at the rim. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get posterized too many times. Like he did what he was supposed to do, and then immediately went to the Thunder, and still while the league was changing was a valuable piece until the wheels fell off because he got old. Like you know what I'm saying? The wheels fell off because he got old. Now I can't defend his takes. Please don't chop this up and look at it and be like, oh, he a Perk fan? No, sir. No, sir, no, sir, no, sir. That man be saying some wild shit, bro. Like he be saying some wild stuff.
Perk was great for someone with a career average of 5 points and 5 rebounds.
He's a role player.
He was great at his role.
You don't have that energy for John Paxson. He's a role player, bro.
I mean, he averaged 22 minutes a game.
Bro, go look up Thabo Sefolosha or Andre Robertson.
I mean,
your impact is on the court.
No,
your impact is on the court.
They are
Perk was a defensive guy.
This dude was a center that couldn't get more than 5 rebounds.
He's 22 minutes.
5 rebounds.
And you gotta understand.
Points. The least you could do is catch it off the glass.
Bro, it's lower possessions as well, bro. Like that's another thing. Like rebound numbers are inflated now. Let's not get that twisted, bro. Let's not get that twisted because there's way more possessions now.
Man, look, you telling me in 20 minutes you couldn't get 7 rebounds?
Bro, it's niggas that play 36 minutes that don't get 7 rebounds.
Yeah,
come on.
And I have my problems with them because Wimby cost me some money because his lanky ass don't want to get no rebounds. How are you 7'5" with an 8-foot wingspan and don't get no rebounds?
Not hanging around the rim. And I mean, if you want to get to the technical piece,
the rim on defense.
Well, even on the technical piece of it, bro. Like if you're shooting a high volume of threes, that's why you see guards with like really good rebound numbers now. It's because they're long rebounds.
You 7'5" with 8-foot wingspan. Shouldn't no one get nothing on
Nah, you gotta have a little nuance to it, bro. A little nuance to it.
This dude could reach up and tickle guys' toes. I ain't hearing that.
Oh, shit. Nah, bro. Like, but on some real, like reeling it back in, bro. I think that Trey may be on the move this offseason, and I think that makes the Luka trade just one of the worst trades in NBA history, bro.
Okay, no. It was still a good trade. Yeah, sure, Cam Reddish didn't pan out, but you still traded All-Star for another All-Star. Now, Luka might be a superstar, trades All-Star, but you still got to start him, so it's not a bad trade. Now, what to make the trade?
That only works if you keep the star.
No. Even if you move, the only thing that made it back is that the return is shitty. If you don't get shit back, then it's a horrible trade.
Yeah, because they're talking about him going to the Lakers. Like, fuck that.
The only way that can happen is it have to be a 3-team trade.
It's got to, because I need some unprotected.
The Lakers ain't got shit to give us that's worth trade.
I need some unprotected. I need some unprotected picks,
You would
bro.
have to involve like some
No
team that's
rubbers.
like
I need some unprotected. You understand me?
involve some team that's probably close to falling off. Like
Clippers.
yeah, because the Clippers probably ain't got probably got two more seasons before they fall back to
Two
their
more
glory.
seasons in. The Bulls, if they want to somehow get Levine as well.
The Bulls didn't trade their picks though because they suck now.
They suck now, but like they
They're
have
gonna make more
really,
sense.
really big contracts. They have really big
They,
contracts.
they
So
do,
so
they
so
do,
my
but
thing is
they're not inclined to
you
trade
could get a
picks.
pick.
If they do, they're
No, I'm
gonna get
saying you
protected
get a
picks.
pick out of them. You get a pick out of them by taking on like one or two of them bad contracts.
I mean, yeah, but you ain't gonna get none of that, none unprotected. It's gonna be a heavily protected pick. All right, cool. It's gonna be a lottery protected or top 10 or all
Like
of the good good players.
I could see in a trade us taking back Vujicic with a pick swap, right? Like a pick swap next year. Not this coming draft, but 2026. So you at least have the right, like you take on a bad contract and you at least have the rights for a pick swap. And then you're gonna flip. You're either gonna cut Vujicic or flip him. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point you're in rebuild mode, so it doesn't make a makes no sense to keep him. He crowds the depth chart.
Honestly, I don't think Vujacic would be a bad fit with them.
I mean,
Clint got to get up out of there, though, but I don't
Clint's
because
gone, bro. And I think,
because
like you were talking about,
he gives you a lot more offensively than Capella gives.
he does, but like the team wasn't built around your offense coming from the inside. It was built around your offense coming from the outside.
Yeah, that's true. But he's also a plus rebounder.
I mean,
He can score.
he's an offensive rebound merchant, and like offensive rebound numbers are always salty to me if you're not a very hard nosed player because like he had a couple monster 2020 games in Orlando, right? But when you look at it, he would have like 4 rebounds on one possession because you would miss bunnies. And that was 6-7 years ago when you were way more athletic than you are now.
I mean, but even right now,
You're getting him on the tail end of a second contract.
okay, but right now he's averaging 18 and 11 right now.
Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge numbers.
And that you would take a LaMarcus Aldridge.
I would. And when I'm saying LaMarcus Aldridge, I mean like late Spurs LaMarcus Aldridge, where he just he just slowly went down to about right up under 20 points scoring, right over 11 points rebounding, right over 11 rebounds. Like yeah, he was late LaMarcus Aldridge numbers.
No, I don't even think he was getting that much.
Nah, LaMarcus was nasty at first. He was like a 25 and 10 dude.
But in Spurs, okay, yeah, I get because he was. Oh, damn, I didn't realize he was with the Spurs this long.
Yeah, he was with him for like 6-7 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I did not realize he was with them for 6 years. I didn't. I thought
Yeah.
I felt like it was like a 2 or 3 year thing. I didn't realize he was there that long.
Nah,
Okay.
he was there because like
That checks out.
that was one of
He
the
was
big
like
things about
19, 18,
Portland.
23, 21, 19, and then his 14 was the last year. Rebounds, he never gave you more than 10 though. But yeah.
Yeah, he just get a little bit. Got a little bit on the low block. But with that being the case, what you gonna play with Onekwa? Playing with Big O?
Good.
Know what I'm saying? Then what? You got Jalen Johnson as a big three. You got to move Hunter at that point. Got to move Hunter at that point.
I don't want Hunter here anyway.
And then what? You want to keep Murray? Maybe. Because like if I trade Trey, I might as well trade DJ, bro. And not that I want either one of you to go. I want both of you to stay. But like that's kind of just like if you trade Trey, just go ahead and bottom out.
Yeah, but
I don't think DJ is enough of a, and this ain't DJ hater slander. I don't think DJ is enough of a force to power you to 41 wins. You know what I'm saying? By itself, even with a supporting cast and him being the major
I got a hot
focus.
take. I think I got a hot take. If you trade Trey, and DJ stays, Jalen going to end up being your best player.
That's not even hot. That's lukewarm, baby. That's lukewarm. Like
I
I
really like
think,
Jalen. I really like his game. I think he ends up being your best player, and you just run it through him.
which is
I don't
possible.
think that's a, I don't think that's a bad. I don't think that's a bad thing if you really want to get off Trey and bring back some more shit. Let him run the show. You know,
But that team is gonna look totally different because, like, at
it
that point in
will.
time, you're gonna let go of Bogey. You're
Yeah.
you're probably gonna let go of Hunter. AJ's gone. I don't. He got hurt down in, no one's talking about it, but he got hurt with the college Skyhawks at the end of the freaking game when he shouldn't have even been in on some last second type stuff. He got hurt.
So Derrick Rose type stuff.
Yeah, like it wasn't that serious, but like he the game was close, but he didn't need to be in that possession. So, but he's hurt right now. The family issues thing going on with his coach. I pray for a bounce back season next year, but it's completely possible that pick ends up being flipped for another pick. Kobe Buffkin doesn't seem like he
I
may
think
be a
he.
rotational piece. He may be a rotational piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's a starter long term. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I think he could be. I expect Kobe.
I think
I
he can.
really.
I think he can start games. I don't think
I
he's a
don't
starter.
see.
Like, I don't think he's a.
No, this is how I feel about him. Because let me see, Kobe. What is he? He's 20 years old. How tall? How tall is he, young man? 6'4", 200. I think like he don't because the thing is he could be a serviceable point guard. I don't need him to be a star, but I think he offers some nice defensive upside. I just I'm higher on him than a lot of people, but
Yeah, he strikes me as a
if you
rotational piece.
he may not be the full 48 guy, but I think he could be the lead man off the bench as far as a point guard, and then you could probably bring in another guy like a microwave option off the bench.
Yeah. That's the thing. He has to be paired with like really good offensive talent because right now his offensive game just isn't there completely at the NBA level. Now, of course, with the so here's how I know that he's a decent rotational piece is because he's lighting that shit up with the with the Skyhawks, bro.
Right.
Like
Right. I
he's
mean, he been playing
yeah.
since just yesterday. I mean, he did all right. He had 19 minutes, gave you 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 for 11 from the field, two or five from the three.
And this was one of his better games. This was
Yeah,
definitely one of his better games, right? So like he belongs at the NBA level. Like, please don't get it twisted. He belongs at the NBA level. I just don't think that he's a starter. Like
I
you're
mean well, it's all. I mean, it is. It's very
this
early.
is this is somebody who sat through the Dennis Schroeder years, bro. Trust me. Like
I don't
I know
think.
how it
I
looks.
I, I, I don't think he's Schroeder though. I think because the thing is, Schroeder was the guy. This dude coming in like he just kind of just finding his place. He's not. He's just someone on the
Nah,
team.
bro. We had T when we drafted Schroeder, bro. And before T, we had Bibby. Like we've had a succession of point guards. You know what I'm saying? Like this was just one of those moments where they was like, "Oh, he the next one up." Nah, bro. Nah. You need a especially in today's game. You need difference maker at that position, bro. What?
Nah, bro. Well, I'm talking about Trey Young. You gonna bring up some T? T, your podcast is hilarious, but you ain't Trey Young.
Nah, I'm saying in terms of we had point guards waiting in the wing. Like Atlanta's always kind of drafted that next point guard. You know what I'm
And
saying?
I
Like
think if they had to move, I think Kobe with more minutes, in a more defined role in the offense could give you more. 'Cause right now he just out there, like he just out there just being because he might be the point guard in title or whatever you want to call it, but that's DJ.
it truly is. Like he's not even secondary ball handling. It's mostly
Yeah,
Jalen with the secondary ball handling.
it's
So
Jalen and DJ.
yeah.
He just out there right now. So like if you give him something a more defined role, I think he can give you more. But right now, he's just out there just being a guy.
I don't know. To be honest, if he fits into a more defined role, I actually think that shrinks like his productivity. It may make him more effective and more efficient, but like I don't see like is he putting up 5 threes a game?
Um, he put up five. He put up five this past game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like if you put him into a box, like he putting up 5 threes a game.
Are these the only regular season games he's played?
Yeah, he hadn't really been in the lineup.
Okay, I think. Hold on.
Now he been lighting it up with the Skyhawks. He been lighting it up with the
I don't.
Skyhawks. I get he
Yeah, I know that, but
belongs in the NBA.
I think he just started playing on the regular roster though, like since the 10th.
Yeah, yeah. Like right before All Star break.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And that
it
game,
hadn't
he
been
had
too many
16 minutes
games.
and 3 points. Then he had 2 points, 2 points, 7 points, 12 points.
Yeah.
16 minutes, 2 minutes, 11 minutes, 21, and then 19.
Like I said, he's not bad, and he belongs in the NBA. Like he doesn't belong at the G League level or overseas. Like he belongs. He's an NBA player, but I think he's much more. Like there's no shame in being the seventh man in a rotation. Like that's
No, I get
just
what you're
not a
saying.
bad
Like,
like.
I'm just
You know
saying,
what I'm
like,
saying?
I think he might be, he could be your starting point guard, just not the top option.
Which is okay. That's possible, but that means you're gonna have to get dynamic at the other guard position.
You
And
that, or you could just have a dynamic because even though Jalen is technically a three, I look at Jalen as a four. I look at Jalen like a three. Because
which yeah, that's
I mean
possible.
the wing's interchangeable anyway. Like unless you back to the basket, then whatever. But Jalen, he's more of a three because like I look at him as like a poor man's Ben Simmons with more shooting upside.
Yeah, but here the crazy part. For somebody as big and as athletic, his defense right now. But that ain't it. His defense is not where it needs to be right now, bro. He
He
consistently
has his
gets
moments.
blown. He has highlight blocks. He has highlight blocks. He has moments where he'll throw one right off the backboard. But like, I won't say they matchup hunt him, but if you have very offensive minded 4 or very offensive minded 3, you don't mind that matchup. You're not shying away from it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I would even say, so bruh, I would say this last game, right? You look with Brooklyn. Because Paolo had his way with him too. But you can't really overly go. Paolo built different. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get overly mad. Because Paolo built different. But
He doing it everybody
if you
like.
yeah. But if you look at Miles Bridges, right, had 15 points. Cam Johnson had 29. So like you got oh shit, is that me?
That ain't me. I ain't got nothing going on.
Is that me?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, that was me. My fault. Nah, if you look at both of them, right, you're looking at like 40 something points from the forward position. And granted, obviously, that's not all on him. But I do think it speaks a lot to the fact that like they're not shying away from that matchup. And Mikhail, it's not always the shots that you make. Mikhail took like 14, 15 shots. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them was contested. I think it's very easy to just be like, he's there, but he's not a defensive like presence per se. Now, I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. It's just facts.
Yeah.
They got Hunter coming off the bench. They still say he's on a quote unquote minutes restriction. I think, to be honest with you, They just trying to prime and keep him healthy till you better learn Chinese, buddy. um, sadly, if I'm checking the roster, right, and I'm looking toward who's for sure going to be here next year, Sadiq Bey, Bogey's probably gone, Kobe will be here, Clint's probably gone, Bruno's probably gone, Trent Forrest is probably gone, AJ's probably gone, Muhammad's probably gone, DeAndre's probably gone, Jalen's here, Vit maybe, Seth Lundy they'll probably keep him. Garrison, he probably gone. Wesley Matthews gone. And then you got Big O.
So you got Kobe, Big O, DeAndre, even though he's probably gone, but people who most likely gonna be here is Kobe, Big O, Jalen.
Sadiq.
Those are really the only three, and Sadiq. Those are like the only four that like they're definitely okay. I got without a shadow.
For sure gonna be here. Yeah, for sure gonna be
Outside
here.
Of that,
AJ's
I
in.
don't know.
Yeah, AJ's up in the air. Freaking Trey's up in the air. DJ's up in the air. Patty's gone. Yeah, Patty's gone.
Yeah.
I think Bogey gets traded. If we want to look at this last week, so to get into last week, we had a 2-1 week. Got a game in Brooklyn tomorrow, but we'll get into that next week. So 2-1 last week, 109-92 versus Orlando, 124-97 versus Utah, and then a loss 124-97 versus Brooklyn. Right. So that Orlando game was the first game without Trey. That's how we call it the Patrick Ewing effect, right? So like, got a new guy, he's there. It's like, or you're missing a guy, he's not there. Yo, what's the team look like? If you look at it, Jalen Johnson scored 21 points that game, played 39 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Hunter gave you 18 points off the bench, like killing it. Gave you 18 points off the bench there, right? And then Murray, he gave you 25 and 11. He went bananas. So,
yeah. But this is Murray kind of getting back to the role that he's more used to.
Primary ball handler. Really the offense flowing through you at all times. And then they locked up defensively, right? They locked up defensively. They had a really good night defensively. Bumpkin got in for like 11 minutes. Big O was out. Wes Matthews and Patty Mills were both DMP's coaches' decisions. This is why I thought Cole Anthony was the starter, because he played 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Suggs only played 28. But he gave 14 points in 28 minutes on 6 to 10 shooting.
Cole just a microwave guy.
Legit. Anthony Black had a terrible game.
He's mostly there for his length and defensive upside.
Franz, Wendell Carter did their thing. It's just you managed to have a good game, right? You managed to have a good game. It's the Patrick Ewing effect. You know, your guy is not there. Your guy's not there. Your team all rallies. We're playing together without a star. You won the second game versus Utah. They were traveling in. This is the Jalen Johnson game. And this is why I think a lot of people were looking at it like, yo, he might be something. Right?
Yeah.
So John Collins came home, had an absolute dud. He only scored 5 points. He was trashed the whole night. Not for real, bro, because like, you know.
Not surprised.
Well, you done fell off a cliff for real, bro. He done fell off a cliff for real.
Like a bad bag of dope.
Laurie Marketing didn't have a good game. Sexton was your leading scorer with 22. Walter Kessler off the bench gave you 14. They had a couple DMPs, coaching decisions, but getting to our guys. Murray had 17-11. That's cool. Johnson had 22, 13 and 6 assists, bro. On 9 of 14 shooting. This was that game where he was completely the secondary ball handler. This was a good rotation outside of Bruno Fernando playing. I would have rather see Big O in there, but he's still hurt. Bro, this was the game where you were like, yo, if we can play like this, if we can play like this all the time, this is the team that's worth something. All right, back at it. So then you just had that loss versus Brooklyn. Um, I think that's where the Patrick Ewing effect falls out. Eventually, you need that start, bro. You need that person that's gonna bring it home for you. And I think this team is better with Trey than without him. You know what I'm saying? That was ultimately the last thing they learned with the Patrick Ewing effect is that you're better with a star than without him. You know what I'm saying? You play good for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Y'all camaraderie come together. But at some point in time, you basketball is a game of stars. You need to start. Yeah, you need to start. So looking ahead to next week, they're going to stay over in Brooklyn. They played there on Thursday. They're going to play again on Saturday. That's going to be a dangerous game. But they lost the first game, so I'm looking for a big bounce back game this one. Then probably going to stay up that way because they play the Knicks on Tuesday. So that's a long time away from home. Probably going to stay up there from Thursday all the way to Tuesday. If you've ever had like an extended work trip, staying in one or two places for a very long time away from home might be a little rough. It's going to be It's going to be 4 games in 7 days because they're going to play Cleveland on Wednesday. That they're going to be in Atlanta, but I'm not going to lie to you. That might be a rough game. that might be a rough game.
It could be. It very well could be.
Cleveland is jockeying for a playoff position. Mobley's nice. Spider is nasty. Bro, you want to talk about a little bit of a hot take. Does Cleveland go all out to re-sign Mitchell and lose Garland?
I think you kind of got to.
I think if they go all out, because it's kind of looking like Darius and Spider can't play together. And not to say that they're not like winning, but it's definitely like a Dame CJ type situation. Really small backcourt, both kind of need the ball to be effective. Yeah. Yeah. Except Darius is Darius is way better passer.
Yeah.
It's not. And so I could sneaky see that being now if he's on the move, I would love for Atlanta to pick him up. If they're going to move off Trey.
Trey, I'm so sad that you got to go. Oh, hey, Carl, let me talk to you real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I if think, that's Mitchell works very well. Mitchell works very well next to DJ. So, like, if that sort of thing is facilitated, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not good. It's not the best thing. It's not the ideal thing. But, like, it gets you something.
I think Mitchell will bring some excitement to this.
Now, to be honest with you,
D-Mitch, they're both dynamic players, but he gives you a lot different skill set than Trey.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I think
come down the pine and just.
I think D-Mitch is going to Brooklyn. To be honest with you, bro, just completely honest with you. I don't see him with the Knicks. I think he goes to Brooklyn, signs a massive deal there. They got the cap space. They don't really have anybody. He's the main attraction. It's his team. You got Claxton, which kind of gives him, Gobert, super light Gobert, but gives him that like defensive kind of eraser behind him. You pair him up with somebody. I think they're going to keep McHale. Cam Johnson isn't a bad player. I think having him there wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cleveland. That's kind of my little bit of a hot take. Is I think Cleveland, regardless of what happens in the playoff, breaks it up next season between Garland and Spider. And then they close the week out with Memphis, right? Close the week out at Memphis. Slick might slide to that game, bro. It's a little bit of a drive, but I slick might slide, bro. I ain't gonna
That
cap
ain't
to
a
you.
little bit of drive. That's a drive. Like what
Bro,
is that, like four?
from where I'm at, I think it's right to the stadium is like 317, 318, right?
Oh,
But like
but forward traffic.
factual. But nah. If I'm going, because it's on a Friday and I'm off on Friday, so like if I'm going, I'm going like first thing in the morning, and I'm just spend day out there and
Man,
drive. Yeah, drive back tonight because I ain't, get some good Memphis barbecue or something. Memphis is without Ja Morant, but Triple J been going nasty. I don't think a lot of people have been watching Memphis since Ja went down, and Steven Adams is down, and Brandon Clark is out. Like, bro, they having a rough season.
bad.
But
It's just
but
bad right now.
Jaron Jackson Jr. He doing his thing, bro. It may be good numbers bad team. It may just be good numbers bad team, but like he is putting a
I mean, but
he doing a little bit.
I've always thought highly of him though.
I think for what he brings to that team when Jaw's on the court, he does amazing at. And I don't think they've ever asked him to be that second star in terms of the scoring load, especially after they drafted Desmond Bain. But now with Bain in and out of the lineup, Jaw out, they are kind of leaning on him a bit more, and he answering the bell. So like if he can kind of keep this mentality when Ja comes back, Ja takes his personal scoring down because Ja, you know, for all his highlight reels or whatever, Ja loves to pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? He averages a good number of assists. So like if Ja can be, Halliburton type numbers instead of 27 and 8, he goes down and he's more like 23, 24 and 9, 10. And Jaron brings his scoring up to about 18 to 21. That's a dangerous team. That's a dangerous team, bro. Memphis, they ain't got it this year, but I think it is pretty much everybody. They looking at it like their future's pretty bright. I think the West is clogged, just clogged. But I think for teams like the Clippers, yeah, true. But I think for teams like the Clippers and the Lakers that are kind of older and hanging around the periphery, you got to realize teams like Memphis coming up next year. You know what I'm saying? Portland ain't gonna stay down forever. Uh, and I don't see the Lakers having no super big free agent side. Now, if they make this trade for Trey, LeBron, Anthony Davis, that might be something. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix surprisingly ain't been doing great this year. But like, you expect those big three to come together. I don't know, but I do think it's kind of it's a tough road out there. It's a tough road out there. And this league is getting passed to the younger guys.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
All right, y'all. Before we end this out, we're gonna have our obligatory next face of the league conversation. I'm gonna just go ahead and make it quick. I've always thought that the face of the league, the person who's put forward, who has to be that guy, does have to be American. And like there's no xenophobia attached to that. So please don't take that as what it is. It is just like when Jordan left the game, Hakeem did not become the face of the league. It was Shaq. Jordan came back, snatched it back, right? And then when Jordan left, it continued to be Shaq. And then it became Shaq and Kobe. And then, it got past to Bron. Him and Steph has held it together. But like that's what it is. Like
Nice.
I mean, I can give from 2016 on. From
Yeah, that's
2016
why I heard
on,
that.
yeah. I think carrying the league, like being the face, like from 2016 on, Steph isn't as popular as Bron, but like his face is just as synonymous with the league as LeBron, or if not, just as very close. Like I can't disregard Steph like that. But that's no shot at Bron because like I personally believe Magic is the fourth greatest basketball player ever, and people say like the Magic Bird era. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no disrespect. It's no, Kareem. Kareem was amazing. He was never truly the face of the league because he ain't had a personality for it or whatnot, right? So it's like
Yeah.
it's the you could go Dr. J, Magic Bird. Well, if you want to go back like further, you go like Bill, Dr. J, Magic Bird, then Jordan took it over. I love Isaiah. My second team is the Pistons, bro. Really just because of, like the Ben Wallace, Chancey Billups team. But regardless, Isaiah was never the face of the league. Isaiah was no matter how great he was, Isaiah was never the face
Yeah,
of the
he
league.
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just straight up. It went from Bird Magic. Isaiah won them two chips. He legendary for it with Jordan, right? Jordan left. It went Shaq. And niggas to act like that shit didn't happen. It went Shaq, bro. Shaq was the man for them 2 years, and he made one finals, and then he got bounced the second year when Jordan came. He got bounced in that second year, right? Or no, that first year he didn't make the playoffs, or he got bounced in the first round. That second year, they beat Jordan when he came back early, and then they lost to the Rockets. After that, bro, Jordan came back. It was Jordan's league again. Had the three-peat. When Jordan left, Tim Duncan won the championship, bro. Tim Duncan won the championship with David Robinson that year. Timmy and the Admiral, neither one of them was the face of the league. Who was the face of the league? Who were they worried about? This motherfucker that was losing in LA.
Yeah.
It was Shaq. Shaq was the face of the league, bro. Then it went Shaq immediately became Shaq and Kobe, Shaq and Kobe. Then it was, their split. And honestly, I think the split hurt Shaq more than it hurt Kobe in terms of being face of the league because I think nobody really saw either one of them as a face in the league. And then LeBron came and he's kind of held it ever since. You know what I'm saying? Then you add Steph in there toward the end of 16.
Due to LA being, what LA is, I would say when they split, they were still looking at Kobe more than Shaq. But it was kind of like a little gray area because that's when Bron and D Wade and them came into the league, and Bron, not Bron, but D Wade won early with Shaq, and then like pretty
I
much
think
before
I actually think I actually think them splitting up like increased popularity and polarity into the league, but them splitting up allowed LeBron to even become the face of the league because like when you look at somebody, you look at perpetual all-star like Devin Booker, right? He's been to the finals, has multiple all NBAs. I don't think he'll ever win an MVP, but like, and this is going to get to my larger point. Booker has been in the league since he was 18 years old. If he was going to be the face of the league, he'd be the face by now. Yep. And people want to say Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum was going to be the face of the league, he'd be the face by now. He'd be the face by now.
That's how I don't agree because like LeBron's still here, like because he, as good as KD is, he was never the face over LeBron.
No, he never was, and that leads me to my next point. What year did Jordan stop playing? No, what year did Jordan stop playing in the league?
I couldn't tell you.
It was 03.
2001?
Oh. 03. Or 02, whatever. What year was LeBron drafted? The very next year.
4? Oh, 4? Okay, yeah, 4. Yeah.
The very next year, bro. There's a seamless transition. I'm actually saying The face of the league isn't in the league yet.
I think it's gonna be Wemby.
I think that Wemby is going to be extremely talented, and I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win at a high level. I think the next face of the league, the next person that people are discussing on an everyday basis, are looking at his moves, has the most interactions on social media, has the major shoe deal and brand and kind of the wave of the league who everybody follows. I don't think that person's in the league yet, bro.
I think it's gonna be Wemby. That's what I'm thinking. Because look, LeBron is the first person to have to face those type of expectations and exceed them. The only person that's come across, like, I mean, people were hyping up Zion, but Zion did Zion shit. The only person after that they've been hyped to the level of LeBron has been Wemby. And yeah, when it's gonna be hard for Wemby to get shine while LeBron is still doing things we've never seen. We ain't never seen no one this old doing shit like this. Never. So
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think that Wemby is going to be a star and a superstar in the league, bro. Like, people wholly underestimate how old Jokic is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jokic, he's drafted during the Taco Bell commercial. Shit was back in that shit was back in 2015, my boy. How old do you think Jokic is?
I thought it was like 26, 28.
Nikola Jokic is 29 years old,
29.
bro.
He just turned 29.
Just turned 29. So let's say in 3 more years. No. I think Jokic has like 3-4 years of truly just amazing. Of like super prime basketball. A super like prime basketball.
I think he's about 35 before fall, just because his brand of basketball isn't an explosive brand. He's not a high flyer.
Which is fine. Let's give him 6 years. Let's give him 6 years, right? At minimum, you see Bron playing 2 more years, right? At minimum, you see Steph playing what, 4, 5 years?
I don't know what Steph. I have no idea.
Steph, at minimum, I see him playing 5 more years. So if Bron's gone in 2 years, Steph got 3 left, Jokic got 4 left. If Steph is gone in 3 years, because the true face of the league can't emerge while other faces are there, right? So you can have a superstar like you had in Jordan, because Jordan with the Wizards was no longer the face of the league. It was Kobe Shaq, right? But he was still like an overwhelming presence within the league. LeBron can move off being the face of the league. No, LeBron's got to be gone. He's got to be gone for a new face to emerge. Steph,
no, because they've been trying to pass the face off from LeBron for how long, but it keep on coming back to him.
No, which is what I'm saying. Like, Steph can be that overwhelming presence in the league. Jokic can be this amazing winner in the league. Giannis can be this amazing freak in the league. I think the guy who's going to take the face of the league isn't in the league yet. He's just not in the league yet. Huh?
I think the only reason LeBron took over as a face is because he had the expectation to be the face.
No, I think it's because the best player has to be American. And when you look at LeBron since 2021, there's been, he made the Western Conference Finals last year, but it ain't been a lot to write home about. You know what I'm saying? Covering the scoring record and all that type stuff. He's not doing it in a whole bunch of winning efforts. In every metric of the word, Jokic should be the overwhelming, most discussed player. He's not. He's just not.
Part of it because people don't even know if this nigga like basketball or not.
But that's part of it, right? So that's part of being the face. We want our athletes obsessed, and you can say whatever you want about LeBron. You could be a hater on him or whatever. You can't say that he ain't gave every inch of it to the game. You can't say he ain't gave every inch of it to the game, bro. Nah, bro. No. You can say he came up short.
Nah, I'm just talking about your verbiage.
Oh, hey, look. It is what it is, bro. Pause. But like, pause, nigga. Like, hey, ain't nobody partying with P Diddy, nigga. Calm down. But in all truth, like he's given every piece of like his basketball spirit is like completely drained. You know what I'm saying? Like I was finna say something wild. I was finna say something wild.
Oh God.
But in all truth honesty, like LeBron's done everything he could for the game, right? And like Kobe did everything he could for the game. In fact, it's part of the reason, like you said, most people were still looking at Kobe instead of Shaq, because Kobe's most damning statement about Shaq is like, yo, he don't work hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we want our athletes obsessed. We want our athletes to give it all to the game. And that's not saying these guys don't work hard. They don't give it all to the game.
Shaq, but that kind of pushes back what you said, because you said Shaq had the face for a period of time.
He did. I'm saying Kobe, when they split, that was one of like the most damning things that he said about Shaq. He said like, yo, you lazy, you don't work hard. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why a lot of people's eyes turn towards Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Is that like, he's obsessed. He wants it. And so, like, people are like, oh, Ant Edwards or, you know, Jason Tatum. I'm just being honest with you. People like new. You know what I'm saying? And if you're looking at it, by the time LeBron's out the league, by the time Steph out the league, Ant probably still ain't going to have a ring. Probably ain't going to have a couple, maybe have 2 deep playoff runs. He in Minnesota, which is already a dub. And if he switches teams, then he's seen as that, oh, you team hopping for a ring type stuff. It's not going to be Ant. And I hate to say it like that. It's not going to be Ja. The league, people. Ja is going to be for the culture. Ja going to be for the culture. People going to love Ja. Ja's not going to be the face of the league, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really think that like, it's not going to be Isaiah Collier. It's not going to be Bronny James. It's going to be somebody drafted in the top. It's going to be a lottery pick in about 2 years that matures into a situation. And you will see a smooth handoff on the person that they are saying is going to be the face of the league. It ain't going to be Cooper Flag. It ain't going to be nothing like that. I love what they're trying to do with Chet and Wemby. I love what they're trying to do with Chet and Wemby and try to make it a Luka, try to make it a Magic Bird scenario. Like, it's cool. It's cool to kind of bring that back. And I think that as fans, we'll use something like that to hold us or tide us over. But in the grand scheme, bro, I think the person that's going to push and propel the league forward just isn't in the league yet.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead wrap this one out. This has been your boy Q City.
Your boy Taj Bravado.
We out.
Peace.
Like El Chapo, looking like I hit the lotto. I want a hottie like mulatto. I'm on here and she on Moscato. I'm in them good till tomorrow. I'm a robber for the Neros. You little lows, I'ma put you on payroll. You smell that aroma? Design the air, it's a party in here. Papa Corona, she moving her body, she working them heels. Gotta go get it mentality. Grocery bag full of celery. Only believe half what you telling me. Keep a 20 on me, case emergency. I wake up early every morning. Thank the Lord and get the bag. Hustle hard, get the cash. Stack first, then I'm showing my ass. Gotta go get it mentality. Grocery bag full of celery. Only believe half what you telling me. Keep a 20 on me, case emergency.
My babies, that's who I grind for. That's who I do it for. Like the Navy, that's who I'm toting that iron for. Keep one in the head like a thought, nigga. Yeah, I fuck with Ty, he a boss, nigga. Foot on that neck, I exhaust, nigga. Niggas cross me, so I cross, nigga. No script was lit last night. 500, what it cost, nigga. Shit was really legit last night. Had them hoes at the house, nigga. Instagram, Snapchat, Triller. What they say about Jay, he a go-getter. Used to have them fat sacks in the control, nigga. Late nights, early morning, my dough, nigga.
You smell that aroma? Design the air, it's a party in here. Pop a Corona, she moving her body, she working them heels. Gotta go get it mentality. Gross it bag full of celery. Only believe half what she telling me. Keep a 20